What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, and welcome back to another episode. So today, let's talk about exactly what the title of this episode is: how to finally find more peace. How to finally feel like you don't have to keep doing more things and really feel peace with where you are. And before I keep going, let me say this first, because I don't want you to get it twisted, because I can see how somebody might say, well, if you say I should be at peace with where I am, then that means I'm being content. That means I lost my motivation and I won't want to keep going. I won't want more. Like, if you're content, you're going to just sit around and do nothing. And that actually ain't true. When you become fully at peace with who you are, the way you move and make decisions is going to be a lot more aligned with who you truly are, with how you can be a person that impacts others. You start to make actions or take actions in a way that won't limit you because of who you are, because you are at peace with it. It won't be this thing or this mindset of doing things only for money or working only for yourself or being concerned what's said about you or the perception of you. And the thing is, we kind of live in a society of more. We always want more. Too much ain't enough. We always get caught up in going for that next thing, that next big thing, that bigger thing, never slowing down, never being satisfied with where you are. And if we live this way, to always want more, to never settle, to make sure we just keep going, bigger, better, more, how can you ever be at peace? If there's always something you need in the future and you always want more, how can you ever be at peace? You can't. We live in a society where we always have to have the newest thing, the newest iPhone, the newest car, newest phone. We have to get more clothes. Our neighbor has a riding lawnmower. Now we got to get a riding lawnmower. Our friends getting married. Now we want to get married. More. And what if you did things for different reasons? What if you didn't buy those shoes because everybody else buys them and it's the popular trend or popular brand? What if you bought the shoes that look good to you and that make you happy? What if you never bought anything to impress anybody or be more like anybody? What if you just bought and did things that were just fun, things that make you happy, and not because society tells you it should make you happy, not because you feel like you got to keep up with anybody else? Like for me, I like being on the water, but I can't afford a boat. And what I did is I bought something that makes me happy. I bought a paddle boat. It's one of those things that you sit in and you pedal like a bike, and it goes real slow and it's small and it's really made for kids. But for me, it's perfect. And obviously it's big enough for adults to use it. I done had 4 full grown ass adults in it. But when I first got in one for the first time, the people I was with, they was like, yeah, you can use it if you want to. It's really a toy. And I got in it and I immediately fell in love. And I said to myself, I'm going to buy me one of these. And fast forward, I found a used one and I love it. And every time I take it out to the lake, to one of the lakes I go to, I always get a lot of attention because it really is it's a sight to see, right? You got folks out here on paddle boards, the kind you stand up on with a canoe. They in kayaks, canoes, actual boats. And here we come in this paddle boat with a built-in cooler and a boom box and snacks and drinks and dry. There's no need to even get in the water. And it has a canopy and people always look and wave and smile and everything. And I couldn't be happier. I love it. But for some people, they wouldn't do that. I even had a friend of mine be like, only you could take a kid's toy and make it rated R or something like that, because I showed him pics and videos of us having liquor in the built-in cooler. And even if people think I look silly in it, I don't care because I love it. I'm on the water. It's therapeutic out there and it's mine. I don't have to rent it, because some lakes, they do have the ones you can rent, but they're not as comfortable. They don't have a built-in cooler, no canopy, no cup holders. Okay, I sound like I'm bragging, but hey, I love my yacht. I call it my yacht. Anyway, my point is, I'm at peace with what I have when I could easily want more? I could easily not be happy because it ain't a real boat. But we want more. As a society, we always want the next big thing. And we as humans, especially in this society, we live way past necessity. The way we live, the amount of things we buy, it's way past what we actually need to survive. And I heard somebody talk about this on a podcast, and they were talking about this book that he read a long time ago. And in this book, they were talking about this exact same thing. And they said for you to imagine all the things in your life that you ever owned, everything, all the things you've had and have now, every little thing you could think of, every big thing you could think of, things you still have, thing that's been long gone. And imagine if you could put all of it in a big pile. How big would that pile be? Probably the size of a football field, right? Probably bigger. How many of those things were repeats, things that you bought more than once and had more than one of? How many of those things do you not even have anymore, right? Damn near 90% of it, right? Now, I don't want you to think that having things or having a lot of stuff is bad. That ain't what I'm getting at. I don't want you to think that having nice things is a bad thing. There's nothing wrong if you're a person that's willing to and has the means to spend money on nice things, if you're paying for the quality of it and not the approval of other people. Like, okay, let's say you're the kind of person that can afford a nice car, but you choose to ride around in a car that's beat up because you feel like, hey, it get me from point A to point B. But at the same time, that point A to point B car, you hate it. You don't like driving it. Well, then there ain't nothing wrong with you spending money on a nice car that you can afford if it's going to affect your driving experience, if it's going to make you feel that much better about driving it. If that leather and all those features make you happy. And that's the key. Because I can tell you from experience, and don't get me wrong, I by no means have a fancy car, but it's nice. Really nice interior, nice size SUV with third row seating. I love my car. But again, not because it's the popular thing to do. Because, hey, I drive a Buick. It's a Buick Enclave. The most popular SUVs are the Escalades, the Tahoes, Yukon. And a lot of people have those. A lot of people. I see those all the time. But what I got is perfect for me. I didn't get it because a lot of people have them. I got it because it's a big, comfortable ride, which has always been my style. So my point is, ain't nothing wrong with having nice things or having that nice car if it's going to make you arrive better, if it's going to make you feel good when you get in it. Too many people do the opposite. They buy things for the sake of showing off to other people instead of doing it to make them happy. So what experiences are you having in life right now? When you buy things or do things, is it to fill that space in your spirit or your soul? Or are you buying it to get you attention because you want to look cool in front of other people? Will it be fun for you, for your family? Will it give you experiences in life? And again, materialistic things can serve that purpose as well. I'm not trying to make you choose either side of the fence on materialistic versus not materialistic. If you like expensive stuff for all the reasons why it's expensive, like quality, the experience it provides, the rarity of it, cool. But if you want to feel like you're better than somebody or to impress other people, then is that true self-happiness, true fulfillment? Because that's what we're all searching for, right? We say we're looking for happiness, but what we really mean is fulfillment. Happiness is a byproduct of fulfillment. When you have fulfillment, it brings happiness. Fulfillment brings emotions. It could be happiness. It could be satisfaction. It could be pleasure. It could be comfort. It could be affirmation. Fulfillment is a state. It's part of you. And what you're doing, what your path is, if you're fulfilled on that path, then you can get those emotions. What's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's DARIUSDOTCH@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here and let's get back to it. So real quick, I'm about to close, like preachers say. I won't keep you long. But back to what I was talking about in the beginning. Can you still be motivated if you're content, if you're at peace, if you have peace? How will you be motivated? Now, one of the things that will 100% give you motivation is when you do something great. And I ain't talking about being good at a hobby or talented in something. I'm talking about the things that you do that are greater than yourself. Motivation can come for striving from that, Motivation can come from striving for that, striving for fulfillment, the searching for it, finding your purpose. Those things will always motivate you. I get fulfillment from doing this podcast. I love being able to give somebody the thing they needed to hear, or that thing that keeps them from giving up, or gets them up to take action, or gives them perspective or motivation. That's something greater than me. And it's why they say money can't buy happiness, which again, I say it can. It can buy you happier circumstances than your current circumstances, right? I mean, I'll be happy if I don't gotta ever worry about a bill again or job security. It's levels to it. Anyway, at the end of the day, money can't buy you fulfillment. It can buy you all the nice things in the world, but what do you have on the inside? Because when it's all said and done, that's all that's going to matter. And if you ain't fulfilled within, then true happiness won't be there. Not true happiness. And doing what society tells you to do, striving for what society tells you success is, that's going to lead to a life that you ain't happy with. It's why so many people have a midlife crisis. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. Like Tony Robbins says, you can be, quote unquote, successful in whatever field you're in, but if it ain't bringing you fulfillment, then it don't feel great. Because like we talked about earlier, we can buy all the stuff in the world, and all it's going to do is add to that big ass pile, right? And eventually you'll look up and majority of the stuff that you bought even this year is going to be gone. So find motivation in doing something great for yourself, but also for the world. And that could mean simply that you want to be a great role model for your niece or your nephew, or be the best parent you can be. Find those ways to find peace and have gratitude for what you have. Do the things, buy the things for you, not to be seen by others. In a society where external validation and materialistic possessions can dictate how we pursue happiness, or dictate what we view happiness and peace to be, it's so important to take a step back and remember that true peace comes from inside. The key to lasting fulfillment is not from the outside world. Be motivated to find that, to have that. And to end this episode, I'm going to quote Jesus and say, peace be with you. Okay, I'm done. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.